click on the subscribe button and remember to press the bell icon for regular notifications from our digital blogger. Hello friends, welcome to our digital blogger. Today we are going to compare two full service stockbrokers, Goodwill Commodities versus Tradebulls. Now in this comparison we will be talking about company backgrounds, account opening and maintenance charges, brokerage plans, exposure or leverage offered across segments, accuracy of research, performance of trading platforms, and some other features that can help you to figure out which of these two stockbrokers is a better choice for you. Let's get started. So starting with the company background, since both of these are full service stockbrokers, they've got offline presence. Goodwill Commodities is present in 27 locations, while Tradebulls is having offices in 18 different cities. Now from full service stockbroking perspective, these are very small numbers. We have stockbrokers got thousands of sub-broker and franchise locations across different parts of India. So these two stockbrokers are going to give you minimum offline coverage. Goodwill Commodities was launched in the year 2008, while Tradebulls launched a year later in 2009. As far as memberships are concerned, both of these stockbrokers are members of BSE, NSE, MCX, NCDEX, while Goodwill Commodities has an exclusive membership with MSEI, while Tradebulls has an additional membership of MCXSX. So from these perspective, both of these stockbrokers are connected to multiple exchanges so that you can have an idea, have an option to trade across multiple segments across different indices. As far as account opening is concerned, well, Goodwill Commodities does not charge you anything. As you can see on the screen here, trading account, demat account is free. So is the case with AMC. Tradebulls on the other hand does not charge you anything to open a trading or a demat account, while they have an AMC for the demat account at 350 rupees every year. So by that particular difference, Tradebulls is a little expensive than Goodwill as far as account is concerned. But when it comes to brokerage, one of the most important factors, Goodwill Commodities is way more expensive at 0.5% for equity delivery versus 0.2% of Tradebulls. Now, how does this work? For people who are entering into the stock market world, basically these percentages are part of your trade value. So let's say if you trade for 1 lakh rupees, Goodwill Commodities will charge you 500 rupees for brokerage only. There are going to be at least 4 to 5 other charges as well, but brokerage charges are going to be 500 for that particular set of trades. Tradebulls on the other hand is going to charge you 200 rupees for 1 lakh of investment in the stock market for equity delivery segment. In other segments, as you can see here, in intraday, Goodwill Commodities is 5 times expensive than Tradebulls. So is the case with equity futures. Here, as you can see, it's 100 rupees per contract. Tradebulls is pretty cheap here. So multiple segments, if you compare here, Tradebulls is way below as far as brokerage charges are concerned. You have to be very sure what kind of pocket size you have. Basically, if you're a starter, you should be actually looking forward to a stockbroker that is a reasonable one in pricing. Goodwill Commodities does not look at the onset, but you can certainly negotiate with them if you're starting with a decent initial deposit or your turnover volume is going to be high. Then Goodwill Commodities brokerage can be as low as 0.1% here for equity delivery. Otherwise it's going to be expensive. Then we have exposure or leverage. For people who do not understand this concept, basically it's kind of a short-term loan offered by your stockbroker at a specific interest rate. Now Goodwill Commodities gives you 10 times for intraday, so is the case with Tradebulls. More or less, if you look at the other segments here, there's not much of a comparison. Both these stockbrokers are on a similar level when it comes to exposure. You can pick either of these. Then we have customer service. Goodwill Commodities gives you 4, so is the case with Tradebulls. So number of communication channels are same, but live chat is provided by Goodwill, while Tradebulls doesn't do that. They've got a toll-free number which is not provided by Goodwill. So you have to see which particular customer communication channel you are comfortable with, and accordingly you can make a selection. As far as quality is concerned, more or less they are similar in nature, not much of a difference here either. So customer service or exposure, you can pick either of these two stockbrokers. Then we have research. Now very important, Goodwill Commodities, as the name suggests, is known for commodity research and advisory. So if you're looking specifically for trading in equity in commodity segment, then it's better you go ahead with the expert. Goodwill Commodities is going to give you much better, much accurate tips and recommendations over the time period you are going to be with them. Tradebulls, on the other hand, allows you decent research recommendations, but their overall performance is just average. If you look at the overall industry benchmarks, the accuracy of Tradebulls research is going to be somewhere around in the middle. Trading segments, again, not much of a difference. You can trade across multiple segments here. Equity, mutual funds, IPOs, currency, and commodity is what allowed by these two stockbrokers. Now finally, we have some other features here, but really depends whether in the first place you're looking for these features or not. As much alerts are provided by Tradebulls and not by Goodwill. Otherwise, both of these stockbrokers are in the same level. Now let's spend some time talking about their trading platforms. We'll start with the mobile app, and for that we need to head to Google Play Store. So when it comes to the mobile apps for Goodwill Commodities, they don't really have even a single one for trading. They've got a bunch of apps for viewing the information at real time, be it commodities market, be it positional trades. They've got in fact 3 apps for that. That can help you to understand the standing of different indices at different levels. But when it comes to placing a trade, they don't really have an in-house mobile application. They've got iWin, which is a third-party application rated at 3.7 by around 200 users, out of which around 25% have rated this app negatively. The overall satisfaction score stands at around 75%. Now this is a big problem. The last update was done on 9th of December 2014. We're recording this video in July 2017, so it's been more than 2.5 years that this app has seen even a single update. Number of installs 10,000 to 50,000. So number wise, this application is certainly not a recommendable software. When it comes to the opinions, the comments, the feedback from the clients of this particular application, there are login issues. There are going to be user experience and user friendliness concerns while you're using this application, and certainly there is huge usability concern where you will not be able to navigate across different features within this app. So especially if you're a beginner, if you are a small investor, certainly a big no to use this application for your trading. And strangely, the same application is also offered by Tradebulls to its clients. As we mentioned, it's a third-party software. A lot of stockbrokers use it for their clients, and so is the case with Goodwill Commodities as well as Tradebulls in this particular comparison here. Now, but this is not the only one. They've got their in-house application as well, which is called Tradebulls Touch. Now, this application is rated even lesser at 3.4 by around 160 users, out of which around 34% have rated this app negatively. If you look at the update frequency, the last one was done in March 16, 2016. It's been more than a year that this app has seen a single update. Number of installs 10,000 to 50,000. Again, there are a lot of big problems in this application. It consumes a lot of internet bandwidth. There are performance, there are speed related issues. The UI is pretty fancy in a sense. There is no clarity on widgets, what particular action they want the client to take. So from multiple aspects here, you can see that there are big loopholes in both of these mobile apps. If you want to pick one, it's going to be very difficult because we are not going to recommend you any of these mobile apps for your trading. You should actually be looking out at other trading platforms offered by these two stockbrokers if you're a client of them. But mobile app is going to be a big no, neither for Tradebulls nor for Goodwill Commodities. You should be working on the mobile app. Now, to check out the other trading platforms offered by these two stockbrokers, let's head to digitalblogger.com. Now we have Tradebulls Client. This is a browser-based application. You don't need to download this. You just directly go to the website of Tradebulls, click on login, put in your username and password, and you can start trading. Now Tradebulls Client is a limited feature application, so you will not be able to access highly advanced innovative features within this application. You will be limited to specific number of features in terms of the usability, in terms of the value of the features. You're going to stand still. So if you are a small to medium investor, yes, then you can go ahead with Tradebulls Client. Otherwise, you should be looking out for other stockbrokers. They've got Odin Diet's version of Tradebulls Diet, which is a terminal-based solution. This is required to be downloaded and installed onto your computer and laptop. It gives you good speed, Number of features are also exhaustive, so there is no limitation there, but the user experience is going to be a little compromised in this particular application. So for intraday traders especially, you can go ahead and use this application for your trading, because you are going to need good speed and multiple features, and that is pretty much what is provided by this stockbroker. And since it's a full service one, they are also going to provide you tips and recommendations within this application, but with a pinch of salt, you will not be able to access it with a decent user experience. We have already talked about the mobile app of Tradebulls, not a recommendable solution as of now. Let's talk about the trading platforms offered by Goodwill and see whether they pose good competition to Tradebulls or not. So when it comes to Goodwill Commodities, most of the trading applications provided by this full service stockbroker are outsourced one, like in the case of their mobile app. Untitled is a standard solution, which is a third-party maintained application, pretty mature in number of features, in the kind of performance, the kind of speed it provides. Like it's mentioned here, the only concern with the usage of outsourced trading applications such as Untitled is that the control of these features, the control of the new applications within the software is not going to stay with Goodwill Commodities. Whenever you have a feedback or a comment that you want the broker to incorporate, it won't be done by Tradebulls or Goodwill Commodities in this case, because the control does not lie with them. The best they can do is they will transfer their feedback or comment to the appropriate team and probably wait for the solution to get fixed. So that is Untitled for you. Then they have Nest, another terminal based solution. So it seems that Goodwill Commodities is majorly targeting intraday traders or heavy traders, at least medium level traders, not beginners by any means. The look of their trading applications, the kind of exhaustiveness they provide, the richfulness they provide, so it gives an impression that their major positioning is towards medium to heavy traders. They've got iWin, which is certainly a bad solution for mobile trading. This is one thing that they've done. They've provided a web-based browser application on their own. It's lightweight in nature, so you just need to go to the website and you can start trading. It is not responsive in nature, so that basically means you cannot use it onto your mobile or a tablet device. You have to stick with your computer, desktop or laptop to use this particular application. However, number of features can get mature, number of features can improve in the count, but as of now it's a reasonable application and you can certainly use it for your trading and investments. So these are different trading platforms offered by Goodwill and Tradebulls. Well, if you have to pick one, it's actually a tough competition, simply because they don't really have their own solutions. They are relying completely on third-party softwares. But just because Goodwill has done some sort of initiative by providing this application on a web level, you can pick Goodwill because they've got much better number of options for you, and at least they are showing some sort of interest, inclination towards developing their own in-house applications. Now let's head back to the comparison. So that is it as far as comparison between Goodwill Commodities and Tradebulls is concerned. We have talked about multiple features here, starting from company background, pricing, exposure, research, customer service, trading products, platforms. Now it's up to your preferences, and based on that you can make a final choice. However, if you need some sort of advice or suggestion in finalizing a suitable stockbroker for yourself, you can do this. Check out this link, digitalblogger.com/free callback broker choice. Put in your details and your preferences there, and we will be setting up a new callback for you absolutely free. So that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching it. We hope you liked it. In case you did, please go ahead and press the thumbs up button. We'll really appreciate that. You can also subscribe to our channel, Digital Blogger, at YouTube for similar videos in the future. We have presence on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr and SlideShare with the same handle, Digital Blogger, where we post regular content on a daily basis. Thank you so much for watching the video again. Bye-bye.